Hello everyone and welcome to my workplace today, reporting to you live from Notting Hill. And if you're in London, you know Notting Hill is really, really beautiful. But this is the start of the new chapter of my channel where I really take you behind the scenes of what's really happening, not just coming to you with like the complete product. So as far as what I'm doing here today, I am doing a shoot for some content that I'm gonna be sharing with you, my lovely community. First of all, I wanted to say a heartfelt thank you for the love and the sisterhood that you showed me in my video that I put out on my birthday, where I felt like it was the very first time I was truly vulnerable on the channel, and I felt empowered by that, and I felt even more empowered by the comments. So this is the start of the new chapter, the 35th chapter of my life, where I intentionally empower women, not just through inspiration of the finished product, but really the knowledge sharing, the open book, the BTS, everything. So typically you would see a photo in this outfit on my Instagram feed, and I'll get the comments that it's so lovely, it's so nice, but you would have no idea how I arrived at that awesome photo. So let me tell you, just in case there are any budding creators in the community that want to, take their digital entrepreneurship really seriously, you need to treat it like a business, okay? And I thought, okay, typically I work from home, so I'm at home, I'm a mom, so I love to be like in the area. And then I started to realize that a lot of my content was lifestyle, like it was giving the lifestyle ambience, which is great, but I personally feel elevated in my spirit. So I want to elevate my content. That means dressing up and coming to Notting Hill, okay? I booked a photographer, an amazing photographer. I have a team member who is holding this camera. It's not David. David is like, okay, babe, I'm gonna support you on this journey, but like I have a full-time job as well. Again, when we talk about taking things seriously or breaking into the next level, right? For me, this is like a reinvestment into my business, rather than saying, oh babe, can you like do me a quick favor and hold the camera. Is like, no, you're making money, so like reinvest in your business, like pay a videographer, pay a photographer. Anyway, that's why I'm here. We're doing some cover photos for some content that I'm going to be sharing with you guys based on your feedback, right? So this is going to be like a two-way street where you tell me what you want to know and I will tell you what you want to know, tell you what you want. Anyway, welcome to the BTS.
This one?
Yeah. I mean, just what?
Yeah.
More on the Come to Work with Me week. We are at Higher Studios in East London, and I booked a whole day shoot here where I will be going through some long form content for YouTube, short form content for all the other platforms. I think I'm gonna do like a whole separate video on my workflow. If that's something that interests you, you know what to do until I do it, to kind of walk you through my week and why you have to plan if you don't want to fail. I don't know if anyone watching here is a content creator or aspiring content creator, but my story is not the typical let's strategize and become the best content creators in the world. I literally stumbled upon this space or this industry, and I'd never really been consistent because you guys know that all the while I was creating content, I was working as a surgeon. I did not have the time to intentionally plan any content. However, now that I have slapped on the title of digital entrepreneur, hello, put some respect on it, yeah. And part of my work is content. The question I have really asked myself is it really about the amount of content you churn out, or is it really the quality of the information you put out there? And I didn't take this approach until recently when I went internally and my soul was like, you have a purpose, woman, stop jumping on trends. I kind of just spun that around, understanding that my biggest power lies in women empowerment. The question I had to ask myself is, what is it about my life and my experience so far that I can put out there to empower another woman like you, beautiful woman, watching, right? And of course, it stems from all of the hats that I wear, from motherhood to being a doctor to being a public speaker, content creator, a parent, a wife, all of those hats. I have shared things here and there, and some of you have asked me questions that had led me to go deeper. In this new phase of being intentional, after thinking about the content I wanted to put out there, I had to think about, well, how can I make that happen? And this is where planning comes in, right? I did tell you very transparently, I started to feel like all of my content was just me. I'm at home, turn on the camera and you go on my feed. I mean, by all means, go on my Instagram. Make sure to follow. You just see my face there all the time. And I thought, okay, let's have a nice background. Let's reinvest into the company. And that's why I would spend my money now booking studios where I would go batch create my content. I would not advise this if you're only just starting off, because sometimes 10 years of hard work can look like an overnight success. And y'all know I've been doing this for close to 10 years. When I started off, I was not renting out studios and booking photographers and videographers. David was my photographer and I paid him in kind. Don't go around paying people in kind. I'm only just saying that understand that the different phases of your business comes with different business reinvestment or responsibilities. Anyway, I'm gonna just go back to why I'm here. I'm here to batch create content. I'm gonna talk about a longer video on intermittent fasting. I'm gonna talk about negative emotions. I mean, my jam is women's health and well-being. I mean, I'm a doctor, who better to talk about it? Blowing my own trumpet here. And of course, entrepreneurship and motherhood and everything else. So yeah, watch this space and thank you for coming to work with me. I love you, bye. So far, I have done one long form video about intermittent fasting because y'all keep asking me about intermittent fasting. I don't think you're ready for this message. Okay. One of my most frequently asked videos, sorry. I definitely, oh God. It doesn't come with the restriction that actually, Jesus Christ. One of the biggest, so glad this is not live. I did the short version for Instagram, I think, and TikTok and literally everywhere else. But the long form, the one that actually tells you more about my routine and all of that, I have filmed that. This was the outfit that I wore. This is the set, okay? And so, let me let you into another very transparent thing in this industry, right? So obviously with content creation and churning out content, creators do tend to feel that sense of pressure of, wearing something new or nice every day. I have personally never fallen into that pressure. I haven't. Now, in this, I suppose, phase of my business or my journey, I decided that I do want to make an effort to change my clothing. I mean, this pressure was not brought on by anybody, just a personal decision. But then when I started to acquire the different sort of styles and outfits for the different content, I also realized that's not sustainable, because that actually is not good for the environment because we're over consuming. Secondly, it's not good for your bank account. Like, you will go broke if you're trying to keep up with the Joneses and look different in every content. Your ass will go broke.
I smell broke. I smell broke.
So what do I do personally? I tend to like reuse stuff, and then a lot of the things that I would buy are pre-loved. So I do have a lot of like pre-loved and vintage stuff that you could literally buy online. There are lots of places. You could even put like, you know, high quality or like designer pre-loved items, depending on what's your vibe. Let me know if you want me to do a separate video on my vintage pre-loved haul, because, you know, fashion is my jam. Yeah, leave a comment below if you want me to do a separate video on like vintage haul and how to pick the nicest pieces that are affordable and sustainable. Anyway, so what did I do? I have leveraged some contacts that I've had over these years, one of them being a stylist friend who I said, oh, do you mind styling me for some, you know, content? And the thing is, I mean, you do pay a stylist, but the amount of money you pay is, in some cases, is cheaper than the amount of money you used to obviously buy, but also to rent. So for me, there's just this sweet middle between buying something brand new and then buying something pre-loved. In the middle is the stylist option, where you get this clothes, use it for your content, and you return it back, right? It's like renting. I don't own this outfit. I will be returning this, but I'm a sucker for accessories. So all of my scarves, glasses, my shoes, they're all mine, because I do tend to invest in these pieces that I would use over and over again, like my accessories. These are all mine. 70% is mine, 30% is style. Oh, and the stylist just walked in the door. Good timing. Hi, Danny. Because this is Dami, the stylist I was just talking about. Hi, Dami.
I heard my name in the spirits.
I was just actually telling the community the advantage of leveraging people like yourself, you know, stylists. Yeah. Anyway, we're going back to the shoot. Ciao.